Welcome back to the Team to Beat Miami Heat basketball channel. According to some rumors and reports, the Miami Heat may be interested in trading with the Minnesota Timberwolves for point guard D'Angelo Russell. The Miami Heat have begun to look a little bit better over the past week and a half. The Miami Heat have gone on a 4-game winning streak. They won 4 games on the road. The last win was against the San Antonio Spurs, 111-101 in Mexico City. So even though Miami is on a 4-game winning streak and have actually become first place now in the Southeast Division at 16-15 and are finally above 500 during the season, the team is still super inconsistent and they still have a lot of issues. And I think there's still a pretty big chance that this team is going to try to drastically improve their roster before the February NBA trade deadline. Whether or not this is a feasible avenue or not, that remains to be seen. But the Miami Heat do need to add some scoring talent to this roster. The Miami Heat, again, have been super inconsistent. They typically have started games off really well, but then in the third and fourth quarter, they have blown many leads and have allowed some pretty bad teams to come back in the second half and have lost a lot of games or have won very close games that they should have dominated. So according to this report, the Heat have shown interest in D'Angelo Russell. Russell is in his final contract or final year of his contract with the Timberwolves, and there's no guarantee that they're going to re-sign D'Angelo during the offseason. The team has recently added Rudy Gobert, and they have obviously Anthony Edwards, who's emerging and will be attracting a huge contract eventually. So not sure what the Timberwolves are going to do with D'Angelo. And D'Angelo, his production has decreased in each of the last 3 seasons, and it's easy to see why Minnesota may explore trading him because of that, as well as because of the emerging talent and the other contracts on the team. So D'Angelo is averaging 17 points, 6.4 assists, 3 rebounds, and a steal. He's shooting 37% from three-point range on 6.5 attempts, which is pretty good. Free throw percentage is 79, which seems pretty low for a point guard. And field goal percentage is at 47. Which is actually what Tyler Hero is averaging, and he's number 1 on the Heat in terms of guards. So, not sure how I feel entirely about this. I don't think the Heat really need to shake up their backcourt as much as they actually need a stretch 4, possibly, or a backup center, or even a small forward. The Heat have been struck with a ton of injuries, and so I think finding a big stretch 4 or someone we could put next to Bam in the starting lineup, I think is more important. But the Heat do need to shake up this roster one way or the other. And one potential in order to get this deal over the finish line would be possibly swapping Kyle Lowry for D'Angelo Russell. Even though I don't think that makes sense, Kyle Lowry is much older. The Timberwolves are not contenders, so I don't know how much that's going to move the needle for the Timberwolves. But in terms of salaries, that makes sense. But I'm not sure if the T-Wolves are going to be interested in Lowry, who's in the twilight of his career, even though you could bring veteran experience, championship experience, and leadership to that team. That's still a big long shot. Another potential trade would definitely involve Duncan Robinson, possibly Victor Oladipo, and perhaps a future draft pick. I don't think the Miami Heat would want to give up a valuable draft pick for an expiring contract without a guarantee of D'Angelo Russell re-signing. So not sure if that's going to work out, but I'm sure the Heat would definitely want to move off of the Duncan Robinson contract. He has been playing now. He's back in the rotation, and that's due to some injuries in the lineup, but he's put together a few good games where he's been shooting, a few games he's shot over 50% from 3, averaging around 12 points in the last 3 or 4 games. So that's a good sign. But again, not sure if that trade is going to make sense for the T-Wolves, but there are definitely some avenues to get this deal done. And I believe that the Heat will try to get this done if they truly are interested in Russell. And I think the best avenue would be getting rid of Kyle Lowry, maybe packaging a few other players, perhaps, and getting some other players back from the T-Wolves outside of just D'Angelo. So we'll see. More to come on this rumor. Just let me know what you guys think about this trade. Do you think this trade makes sense, or do you think we should hold out and go for either a small forward, a power forward, or a backup center? So thanks again for watching the video. Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys soon.